Hello there, great people. I hope you are doing well. Greetings to everyone. Nuno here. So Apple today released the beta 4 of macOS Mojave 10.14.1. Okay. Now let's first see, as always, the raw data, and then we are going to speak a little bit of the bugs that some of you posted on the comments below, and that's always useful in order, to share experiences, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So let's first see the download for this build. So it took it's about 2.41 gigabytes on my Mac. And regarding the build number and the specs of this machine, I always like you to see in order to compare the Geekbench afterwards. So the build number, and I think we are reaching the final build, it's the 18B67A. So probably next week we'll have the final build of this 10.14.1. Now, regarding some raw data, Geekbenches, this was the Geekbench that I had on the beta 3, okay, and this one is the one regarding beta 4 that I just installed. So perhaps that it will be a little higher afterwards when everything settles. Let me just, put this, in order for everyone to see. I'm not on my workplace, so let's see. We have a slight increase, okay, nothing major. So here on my left, Geekbench 3, okay, and here on my right, Geekbench 4. So slight higher results, okay, on the multi-core, and the same on the single core. Regarding the compute on the metal, performance, we are here, let me see, compute 3. So this was on beta 3, and this is on beta 4. Let me check, compute 4, okay. This is the metal performance, and is quite lower than the one on Geekbench 3, but I have to make further tests, and I will keep you posted on the follow-up video. Guys, this is Geekbench, and Geekbench is Geekbench, but it's always good to see these results. Now, regarding things that are new, I was checking for the past half an hour, and there isn't anything new here. No new wallpapers, no new dark mode only for the dock or the menu. I would like to see that implemented. So nothing new over here, no new wallpapers, so everything it is the same. So I suppose, of course, Apple is fixing the bugs that are still present and active. Now, some of you are having issues with some apps. For example, Photoshop CS5. One of you comment that it doesn't work with macOS Mojave. That is true. I don't use Photoshop. I installed on my system, and in fact it crashed. There is a workaround for that. It is Photoshop CS5. It's a app that is described not to work on macOS Mojave. Even though, if you are listening, you that posted that comment, there is a workaround for that. If you go to the security and privacy, and go to accessibility, and you have to allow, let me put here my password, you have to allow so CS5 Photoshop to control your computer, try that and probably everything will be okay. And if not, put in the comments below if you are having that issues. Also, you can go ahead and for the apps that are not working on macOS Mojave, go to security and privacy, accessibility, and enable the app to control your computer. Okay, so just a tip, and thank you for the comment on the Photoshop, the guy that comments that thing on the Photoshop issue. Now, there is also many of you that are, having issues with the font rendering or font smoothing on non-Retina displays. Guys, in fact, I'm not having this issue. I have a Retina Mac, but also I have Apple Cinema Display connected to this MacBook Pro, and I don't have any issues. Of course, this font smoothing is only related to some applications. Well, there is a workaround. I'll give you a freebie for you guys. It's not, I will not do a new video for that, but I'll leave the link in the description in order for you to enable. Perhaps some of you already know this, but if you don't, there is a terminal command. Don't be worried about terminal commands, and you are able, to enable the font smoothing, for the apps that you are having issues. If not, you can always revert the situation, okay? But go ahead, put on the comments if this fixes or not. And if macOS Mojave, this beta 4 of 10.14.1 resolves the issues, okay? Let's make here a thread in order to help everyone, okay? It is also good to see. Now, there was one other comment that was the cracking sound from the MacBook Pro 2018. Guys, this is not a generalized situation, because some of you have the problem, some of you don't have the problem. Now, I don't know if Apple, I don't have that problem, of course. I'm running a 2015 MacBook Pro, no issues whatsoever with the sound. But of course, this is an issue that Apple should have resolved already. If not, you can always, and you can search, like you can go ahead and make a search if you don't know how to do it, and try and reset your PRAM, okay? Your PRAM. Reset your PRAM, and you're on your Mac, okay? You can do that, the NVRAM and PRAM, and try and see if that's fixed. Of course, expect if it isn't fixed on this build, take into consideration that, of course, Apple will fix that issue. If you guys that have MacBook Pros from 2018 are having that issues, go ahead, put in the comments if it is fixed or not. It will be a huge help for everyone. Now, guys, this is the questions that I received and I wanted to put over here in the video. And I'm expecting, that Apple don't forget Final Cut Pro. I'm still having, a little bit of issues, not so much as in the beginning, but I'm hoping, an update on Final Cut Pro is still lagging a little bit. Also, on Safari, when I go to YouTube, for example, there is a little bit of well, now it seems to be fixed. I think now this build's fixed, the stutter when I, try and scroll, but everything seems to be okay now. So perfect, good to see that. Guys, for now, this is what I wanted to tell you. Go ahead, let's make here, friendly talk on the comments. Post the problems that you have, and on the next video, on the follow-up or on the next release, I will post all the issues and some fixes that could be addressed in order to fix your problems. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Stay safe. Bye bye.